Hello guys and welcome back to my channel, my dudes and dudettes. Today we are very blue, dabba-dee dabba-doo. Today we're going to be taking a look at a league race I did last week. It's a first day night league, which I'm doing every week with a Swedish organization. And it had a really nice finish to it, which I really want to show you guys. So stick around for that. Now let's jump into a very wet Snetterton. Welcome to the wettest Snetterton I have ever seen. As you guys can see, we qualified in position 1, also known as pole position. Oh, look at this. You can't even see the cars. It's ridiculous. So here we go for the formation lap. We're taking it very easy. Trying to get some heat into those tires and brakes. Alright, so we're lining up in double file. Time for the start. And as you're gonna see, I made a little mistake in the start. I was way too cautious. Which means that Oliver got the better start and he did a really nice move around the outside. Alright, green flag. We're off to the races. Aston has a bad start, but we're kind of fine. But here I take it way too cautious, and Oliver just comes around the outside. It was a beautiful move by him. But I was a little bit frustrated. Porsche off in the background. Oh, there's carnage. Oh, God. But we made it through. We made it through. Nice little train. A little bit of oversteer there. And for the first couple of laps, Oliver really had the pace on me. And he started pulling away. Which made me a little bit frustrated, but that's what it is. Going out on the back straight for the first time. And you can see that he's already pulled a little gap to me. This is a 45-minute race, so not the longest race in the world. Whoa, shit. Can't believe I caught that. But anyways, losing even more time with that oversteer, and Oliver is pulling away slightly. So yeah, a 45-minute race, no pit stops necessary, so it's just full tank and get on with it. Oliver had a bit of lag first time around, but nothing later, so yeah. Car is very sketchy in these conditions. It's gonna dry up a little more during the race. Which is needed because my car was way too stiff. So now that it's flooded, it's very hard to drive. Alright, and that was one lap of Snetterton. And as you can see, he's pulled a slight gap to me. He's got a 1.5 second gap after one lap. Jumping forward a bit, we are now on lap 5. Nothing really out of the ordinary. We're keeping the same gap to him. I'm gaining some in the first sector and he's pulling away a little in the last, or the other way around. So we're keeping the same gap to him, which is good, because that means he's not pulling away. Still really wet, but it's the rain is starting to drop off a bit, so it's not as bad anymore. .1 seconds behind. We are pulling away from P3 and P4, which is a good thing. That means that we can only focus ahead. This corner is so tricky, but you need to trailer brake perfectly through there. Into the last corner, third gear. Stay on it, down to second sometimes. Yeah, there it is. Just to get the car rotated. As you can see, we are keeping the same gap to Oliver ahead. He's neither pulling away nor are we catching, really. Alright, we are now starting lap 12 or 11 as we cross the line. And, oh, the line is really far away here on Snetterton. It's almost at T1. Still same gap. We've kept maintained the same gap throughout the entire race. He does make a little bit of a mistake here, but... Or I do. We both do. But this is how it's been the entire race. I gain a little, he pull away a little, and then he makes a mistake, and then I make a mistake. And yeah, it's really fun racing. We're trading tents, and it's really fun. I like this. It takes a lot of focus to do this. Coming up on a back marker. Probably won't be an issue. Yeah, I made a little mistake, and he pulls away, because he has more power coming out of the corners. So this is the race, basically. Alright, let's ride on board for a couple of corners so you can see just how much rain it is. This corner is really tricky. As you can see, we catch a big oversteer. But that corner is a little bit off camber, so in the rain it's just so slippy if you get it wrong. Just aquaplaning down the straight, down to second gear, cradle braking all the way. So yeah, 1.3 seconds behind last sector. And yeah, we cannot see basically anything. It's very tricky, this. Just constantly battling the oversteer. He probably has the same issues, so you know, it's an even playing field at best, which is a good thing. 2:02s was my fastest lap. Last lap was a 2:03.5, so it's quite rapid pace, but it's quite on the heavier side in the ring. Back marker here being really nice, letting us both past. That's really nice of him. I think in the practice sessions we were down to 54s when it was less rain, so it is quite on the slow side in terms of how wet it is. Oh yeah, there we go. We lost a little bit of time again, and this is how it is. Just trading tents back and forth. We are on lap 17, and as you can see, we are just on each other's throat here. 8 tenths is the gap, same as it has been in these corners for the entire race, basically. But we are catching slightly, just slightly. A 10.42 per lap, and it's enough to catch someone. He did go a little bit wider, which that's good for me, because I'm catching up on the straight. And I think this was the first time that I was really close to him. Now I'm up on his bumper, basically. And this is where I understood that there might actually be an opportunity here. And of course I make a mistake in that corner. So he pulls away again. But yeah, there's a chance. There is a chance. We can do this. We're coming up to the start of lap 20 here. And this is the closest I've felt that I've been in this sector. And he goes a little bit slow in the first corner, so we're gonna do an attempt here. A dirty little dive bomb. Now this is the first proper attempt at doing an overtake, and he leaves us the room on the exit. Now this is close racing. So we go side by side, and I'm a little bit dirty there. Don't leave enough room. And we have a little bonk because of it, so that was all on my part. Go wide onto the grass, and he takes back the position, which was justified. And again, it goes a little bit deep in that corner, and we have a chance, but the Aston has just no power. Just no power. But we have 3 or 4 laps to go, and we are starting to attempt overtakes, which is very interesting. This is leading up to something amazing here, I think. Coming out onto the back straight, and I make a mistake, and we're back to where we started, basically. I'm a couple tenths behind. Still, the spray is just annoying. You cannot see anything. Alright, out onto the back straight, coming into the fast corner, and as you can see, we're starting to be more aggressive. We're pressuring him even more every lap now. We have about 1.5 laps to go, or a couple of corners plus 1 lap. So this is it. Coming into the last corner, and I'm really close here. I see a back marker up in the front, which is very scary going on to the last lap. But yeah, I'm really close. I'm in the slipstream. He's starting to defend because he knows it's the last lap. Look at this. I'm just... Oh, couldn't be closer if I tried. And yeah, no contact. But now he knows that I like to dive here, so he defends really nicely. We make the move at the same time. Go around the outside doesn't really work. Try the over and under, but he blocks it. He's a nice racer, so he leaves room on the outside, just in case I was there. I wasn't though. I went back, fell back a little bit. Try a new approach. I haven't been this close to him the entire race. Next hairpin coming up. He defends really nicely, and there's just no room. I was going to take us both out if I attempted anything. He does go a little bit deep, but we can't do anything. We're in an Aston. We have to wait. Now this sector is really tricky. You have to get this right in order to get a good run onto the straight. I do get a little bit of oversteer, but we catch it back in this sector because I just throw my car onto the curb. Now this is the most important corner on the track. We do get a bit of oversteer, but he goes wide, so we're like on an even playing field going down the straight. But I have the slipstream. This is really gonna be it. Can I make a move here? Maybe. I do look for it, but it's just too tight. There's no way. There's no way. And here I'm thinking like, that was probably my last opportunity. I'm gonna get second in this race. But we have a long ass corner coming up. Do get a bit of oversteer on the exit. I'm very nervous now. He goes wide. I see this and think maybe there's room for me on the inside. There isn't. And I'm just pushing it. Force him to go a little bit wide. I'm in the slipstream. Get a better exit. Holy shit, we're next to each other. I do have more speed. Can I do this? Where's the line? It's so far away. Holy shit. We won by 4 thousandths of a second. That is nothing. I was so happy. I just stood up and walked and just let the car... I was literally screaming at this point because that was the closest finish to a race I have ever had or seen. Let's watch this back from a different perspective. Third person view. There's no room. He blocks it nicely. And he just goes onto the curb just a little bit, but it engages the TC enough so that he loses speed. And just look at this. That's how much I won with. Look at this. Let's slow it down. This is ridiculous. That is on the line. That's how much it differed. That's 4 thousandths of a second. I don't know what's going on with the physics. The raindrops are going upwards. That is 4 thousandths of a second. That is absolutely mental. I have never in my life experienced anything like this. And yeah, just an amazing race with an amazing finish. A bit of luck when he went wide, but holy shit. This right here is why we raced. This tickled every bone in my body. This is amazing. Also a big thank you to Oliver, who allowed this type of close racing. If he wouldn't have been such a nice racer, this wouldn't have been possible. So big shout out to Oliver, being one of the nicest race car drivers out there. Really nice battling with you. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this video. Have you ever seen a finish close like that? Have you even seen a closer finish? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, 4 thousandths of a second. That's nothing. You can't even measure it, probably. Well, you can. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been measured in the race. Yeah, so see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.